what is your evaluation of the scrimmage from last week? David Yo said kind of took a step back in terms of all the quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think it's your typical first scrimmage. Defense, I mean, hats off to the defense. I thought they came out, played extremely hard, very disciplined, and, they brought a lot of pressure. And that being the first time, we're going live, it's a little different for the offense. But, to me, yeah, I don't think it was a great day overall by the offense. But in terms of, putting everything in perspective, I've been a part of a lot of first scrimmages before, and it felt kind of normal. But that being said, you can't accept that, but we're going to improve. We had a lot of film to watch, a lot of film to get better on. So overall, I think it's a plus because we have a lot we can work on.
So what are some of those takeaways, specifically in your game, that you want to implement for your second scrimmage before the spring game?
Let's see. A lot of things, we had some footwork issues. Late in the week, we had installed some new plays, put our final big install in, and specifically with some outside zone footwork and some naked play action footwork. I noticed one thing Coach Yost pointed out was just kind of sloppy footwork on the quarterbacks, which in turn, it's the difference, it's a game of inches. So if you take a wrong step this way, the defensive end's gonna have 6 extra inches to make a play and bat your ball down if you're trying to throw a hot route or something. So, in terms of just, being disciplined with your footwork, just fundamentally sound, that was kind of one of the big takeaways for the quarterbacks.
Today's the 7th of 14 spring practices. You kind of take that as a barometer, kind of see where you're at and what you need to do now with about 7 left to go?
Yeah, I'm not really out here counting, hey, 7th practice down, but it's more so just moving from practice to practice. As soon as we're done, we go back in, watch film, learn from it, see a couple good things, and just, the biggest thing is making sure we're not making the same mistake we made practice 6 and practice 7, the same mistake 7 and 8. And so just moving forward and, just picking up little things here and there.
Is there a thought of kind of what you still want to accomplish before you head into the summer?
It's the same thing, heading out of spring ball, if I can look back and say, hey, I developed great relationships with a lot of my teammates, and I feel like I have command of the offense, I'm going to be satisfied with that spring ball run.
Can you talk about the offensive line group ahead of you? What's their chemistry like?
This one of the funnest offensive line groups I've ever been a part. I don't want to jump to conclusions and say, it's my favorite offensive line I've ever been around because I've only been here for so short. But those are the guys I'm with on the weekends. I enjoy hanging out with them. They all have the same kind of mentality. Blue collar workload guys. Really lucky to be playing behind an entire unit with the same kind of mentality.
Staying on the offensive line, what's it been like working with Jake so far?
It's been awesome. He's doing a great job, but you gotta, a lot of them are doing a great job. But the biggest thing, you gotta give hats off to Coach Wood because he's got, a big task ahead of him, getting, replacing some guys, and they're taking steps to that. They're taking steps.
Dakota, what's it been like working with Coach Yost? Have you guys clicked pretty quickly?
Yeah, I think, and I kind of mentioned this before, Coach Yost is extremely personable. He's a quarterbacks guy. I think last season, he was working with some receivers, and you can tell he's a quarterbacks guy. So I'm sure he's extremely happy being here. And you feed off that positive energy. I know the quarterbacks love him. We have a blast in the film room, but we get work done. And so it's that fine line of you can be friends, but he's still your coach. And when it's time to get to work,
what is it about him that he's a quarterbacks guy?
Just he puts such heavy emphasis on footwork. When a lot of people watch a quarterback play, you think everything is to do with up here. You hear arm strength, but with Coach Yost, it's all footwork, and that's the same thing I believe. And so we gel real well on that because your cannon is going to come down from your leg. If you're throwing a softball, you're not pushing out. And so he really understands that, and we're constantly bringing things back, connecting the footwork. We'll watch on film. Oh, that ball sailed on you. You got to drive into it more. So just little things, but you can tell he's had a lot of experience with quarterbacks, and he knows what he's talking about.
Over the previous 2 weeks, what have you been able to get done here so far that you feel good about?
Just taking steps to get comfortable in the offense. It's fun. The way we do things here, we have 2 practices per install. We have 3 to 4 major installs. So, it's funny because you put an install in, the first day is kind of hectic, second day you feel comfortable, and then you put another install in. So it's kind of funny, they never let you get real comfortable, but it goes back to the whole philosophy, getting comfortable, being uncomfortable. But in terms of just, the last 2 weeks, it's just taking the steps to understand the offense as a whole, as a unit, and just going back to the goal I've set for spring balls, and then the spring ball if I can be in command of the offense.
Morgan requires its players to report their teammates if they suspect their sustained concussion. Would you feel comfortable reporting that to teammate if, say, you were competing at the time?
You mean like if another quarterback? Well, that's not really an issue here because the quarterback's going to take any hits. But, yeah, I mean, that's kind of a weird question, but if one of the other quarterbacks had a legitimate concussion. And yeah, it's your duty as a report. But I mean, I don't think I think it might, media might kind of blow a little out of proportion. Guys trying to hide concussions. That's not really a thing anymore. People aren't trying to hide concussions. You understand the problems behind it. When we're in spring ball, people put that in perspective. I'm not going to potentially make the concussion even worse and miss 4 months. I just have to sit out a week. So people put that in perspective. I don't really see that as an issue in terms of people trying to hide it. As a matter of fact, my brother, Colorado School Mines, he's a corner, and he just got a concussion last week, or they thought. He's like, I don't really think I had one, but take precautions, sit a week out, and that's just part of football now. People understand that. I don't think there's an issue.
Vernon was only able to be here for just a short time before the season started. You've obviously been here for a little while. Do you put stock into that, the chemistry that you're able to develop with the team in the springtime?
Yeah, it's huge. That's the reason. That was one of the big things when we were sitting down for recruiting. My thing was, hey, if everything works out graduation-wise, can I get here in January? And that was the big push, and we made it happen. And it's extremely important. Going back to the goals I set. I want to develop relationships with you guys and understand the offense more. Both those can be accomplished by me getting here in January.
Are you tired of seeing that green flag fly up there yet?
I mean, green's a good color, but that being said, it represents the defense, so I am tired of seeing it. But it's all fun. But I'm just ready for the next competition day. They deserve it. They deserve that flag. So you tip your hat to the defense.
You only lost by 1 point though, right?
Yep.
So maybe Wednesday is going to be the next one.
We'll see. So, competition Wednesday. So.
Did Coach Helfrich just present that idea to you guys this year, or do you know where that came from?
Oh, I don't know, just because I'm new. And it's the first time I ever heard about it. It was, after Monday's practice, getting ready for Wednesdays. So I'm not sure if that's been around or whatnot, but I love the idea. I think it's great. It's exciting, and you saw, last Wednesday, a lot of guys talking about it. That's good if you can get guys to kind of work for something. And it's funny, going in and out of the periods, you hear at the end of the period, some receivers talking, oh, they won that period. Hey, we got to step it up next period. And so I think it's cool because guys are engaged. It's something to think about, but you're not thinking about the score. You're just thinking about we got to perform to win. So you don't have guys like trying to calculate the score and stuff. They're just thinking, hey, we got to win this period, win this period. And it goes back to our philosophy: win the day, win the day. So just thinking about the next thing in front of us and winning it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Dakota.
Thank you.